guys hear me?
Yeah.
There you go. What's up, everyone?
Hey.
My name is Wallace, and I'm the CEO and founder for MAINGEAR Computers. I'm an enthusiast like you. I started the company about 2 decades ago, at the age of 18, and for the pure passion of hardware and gaming, just like you guys. I know the crowd that I'm talking to, right? I assimilate. MAINGEAR started with 2 principles. Basically, build the best PC and support it really well. By doing that, we're able to provide a really great gaming experience to our gamers. It's that simple. You build a company that builds a great product and you support it really well. Because of this, we became an award-winning company. We've won Editor's Choice Awards from pretty much all of the usual suspects. Guys like Hot Hardware, Forbes, Times. You guys know these websites. It's, you probably read them every day. That's probably where you get your news from. And also, you know, when we started our business, while we didn't invent liquid cooling, we commercialized it. This was 20 years ago. So remember that, you know, back in the day, liquid and PC components just didn't match, right? So at the time we used like a Redline water wetter, we used like aquarium pumps to you know, inside our liquid cooled systems. But our goal was to be able to squeeze the maximum performance out of our PCs and offer it to our gamers. And with that, we had some really amazing builds. Like check out this Coca-Cola PC here. It's the reservoir is a Coke bottle. And it's pretty cool. And then the actual glass, it's green like the Coke bottle. So we, you know, it shows our attention to detail. And mind you, these are PCs that we're building for sale, as if they're being built for ourselves, right? So it's almost like an OCD attention to detail that we take, right? Check out this F131. This is a system that we built it in with the Switch dock. So at the time, you can be able to just plug your Nintendo Switch in and stream it to your followers on Twitch. So just a different approach on how we take and design. And the actual F131, which is this guy here on the lower right-hand corner, this was the first time that we had the resources to build a PC that was basically engineered and built from the inside out. So these reservoirs, which are very common today, they were not common a few years ago. We were one of the first companies to introduce it, and we call it Apex, okay? So it's, you know, we're able to actually design the PC, look at the thermals, and make it as efficient as possible. This PC won a ton of awards. So with all that, I'm really proud to introduce you to the evolution of Apex. You know, with incredible attention to detail, I worked with my team to deliver what we think is one of the best liquid-cooled PCs money can buy. You know, our attention to detail just really shows in the design and the approach that we took. You know, we created these micro adjustment plates within Apex to be able to make sure that the tubes, they perfectly line up. And you guys seen it, right? When there's a hardline liquid-cooled system, the tubes tend to sag, and you put so much effort into something to have a final product that just doesn't look perfect. This is a world first where we have these adjustments that can accommodate different components. You know, if you upgrade your GPU or if you change your board, your motherboard, it's gonna always look perfect because you can accommodate the line so that line can be perfectly straight. And that just shows you. And I see some of you shaking your head like, yeah, I see that. You guys understand this, right? It's I'm speaking to the right crowd. Now, with all that. Right? We're able to offer over 2,000 combinations. You can choose the color of the tubes, the color of the liquid. You can choose the color of the cable combs that go in the system. It's just something that, you know, for an OEM like us to be able to offer to gamers like you, and consistently do it. It's almost like unheard of, right? It's something that the bigger guys, they just don't have the supply chain skills to be able to do something like this at this level, at this detail. You know, a really well-built gaming PC is not really great if you can't service it. If you guys, the guys that are experienced with open loop liquid cooling understand the pain of being able to drain the loop and refill it, right? So we made it easy. There's a drain port right down here. And there is a fill port right up there, right? You can access it from the back side of the system. The pump, it's held by 4 screws. So it takes you a minute to drain the loop and refill it. Now, we've measured it back at home, and it takes around 18 minutes to swap out a GPU in an open loop system. It's also unheard of because it's so easy to drain it. We're able to service it pretty well, and you can service it at home without the need to ship it back to our company. And even for unexperienced people, I believe that if you've never worked on an open loop system before, with our instructions, you're able to do it, to swap a GPU out in less than 30 minutes or so. We do it in 15. With all that, it's built from the inside out. It's beautiful on the inside. We wanted to make sure that the outside had beauty as well. So, we worked with artists from all over the world, and we have what we call the artist series. We're starting with 3 designs, okay? We'll have more as we go along throughout the year, but just gives you an idea of what can be achieved here. Now, I have one more thing, the Apex Force. Apex Force is the benchmark in liquid cooling, right? So the Rush is a great system. The Force is like overkill. Nobody needs a Force, but everybody wants it. The Force is it's MAINGEAR's first system that's a dual loop. So what we did here is we separated the CPU and the GPU, giving it maximum thermal efficiency, right? Think of the radiators as 2 all-in-one radiators sandwiched together, and that's dedicated to a CPU and to the GPU. It's basically the best you can buy. We can dissipate more heat than what we can suck out of from an energy standpoint from the wall socket. So it shows you how much thermal headroom the Force has. Now, everything matters at MAINGEAR. And if you look at the system from the front, it's sure that we tilted the loop, the 10 degrees to match the exterior design of the chassis. So it just shows you the type of detail, the attention to detail that we put into our builds. And aesthetically, it just looks beautiful, right? It's not just going to perform. It's going to look beautiful as well. Just look at that. It's pretty, right? Yeah, it's a nickel plated, and we have different finishes. You can choose a gold brass finish. You can choose black. You can choose basically whatever. And there you have it, guys. It's the Force and the Rush. Now, with all this, I want to thank NVIDIA for throwing this LAN party together. It shows you the commitment that they have to the gamers, right? It's a company that started with the first gaming GPU, and look at what it's become today. But more importantly, they haven't forgotten their roots, right? They're still supporting the gamers, and they're still making some of the best gaming products money can buy. So big ups to NVIDIA. And I also want to thank my team. A company is made out of people, and our guys put a lot of hard work into these builds and into what we do. So I just want to thank them as well. Yeah.